Good morning, children. You are going to learn a very interesting poem today. The poem is titled The Ant and the Cricket. It is an Aesop's fable. A fable is a fictional story in prose or in verse. It has animals as its main characters and it conveys a moral too. Aesop was a very famous Greek storyteller who lived in 6th century BC and wrote fables. It is in fact his collection of moral stories which is popularly known as Aesop's Fables. This particular poem is also one of the poems from his collection. The poem has got two main characters, an ant and a cricket. The poet has shown contrasting characteristics of these two insects. The ant is wise and very hardworking and is the one who very meticulously plans for future. That is why it stores food for itself and makes a shelter too while it is still summer. On the other hand, the cricket is a silly and lazy creature. It whiles away its time dancing and lazing around. It sings throughout the summer and the spring season. It does not care about the future and keeps enjoying the summer season rather than collecting food or making shelter for itself. That is why when winter comes, it has neither shelter nor food to survive. The poem teaches a very valuable lesson to all of us. It is that we should always be prepared for the adverse times in future. We should not be lazy like the cricket. Rather, we should work hard to save for tomorrow and ensure a secure future for ourselves, just like the ant. Let us start reading the poem, The Ant and the Cricket. A silly young cricket, accustomed to sing through the warm, sunny months of gay summer and spring, began to complain when he found that at home his cupboard was empty and winter was come. Not a crumb to be found on the snow-covered ground, not a flower could he see, not a leaf on a tree. "Oh, what will become," says the cricket, "of me?" The poet here talks of a cricket. Cricket, we all know, is an insect. The poet has given two adjectives to this noun cricket. The cricket was silly and young. The word silly means someone who is foolish, who lacks common sense, someone who is not wise. So the poet says that this young and silly cricket was accustomed to sing through the warm and sunny months of summer and spring. Accustomed to means used to or habitual of singing. So he was used to sing through the warm and sunny months of gay summer and spring. Gay here means happy, bright and enjoyable. The poet calls warm and sunny months of spring and summer gay because they are full of life. There is greenery everywhere. Food and water are in plenty. They are in abundance. However, soon these months of happiness and rejoicing were gone and winter had come. And the cricket was in trouble. You know why, children? Because the cricket had wasted all his time during summer and spring seasons singing and dancing and had not stored any food for winter season. His cupboard was empty and winter was come. He realized that there was not even a crumb for him to eat. He had not stored any food for winter and his cupboard was empty. Crumb means a small piece of bread or food. He found that there was snow everywhere and he couldn't see even one flower or a leaf on any tree. Seeing this, he exclaimed, "Oh, what will become of me?" We all know winter is such a season when there are no flowers or leaves on the trees, when the trees are totally bare. It was very obvious for the cricket to become worried and sad. And that is why he exclaimed, "What will become of me?" He got worried because he knew that he hadn't anything with him to eat. He didn't even have shelter because he had not bothered to make any shelter for himself when it was still summer and spring. Let's move on to the second stanza, children. At last, by starvation and famine made bold, all dripping with wet and all trembling with cold. Away he set off to a miserly ant to see if to keep him alive he would grant him shelter from rain and a mouthful of grain. He wished only to borrow. He would repay it tomorrow. If not, he must die of starvation and sorrow. Let us look at the difficult words that have been used here by the poet, children. So the first word is starvation, which means suffering or dying due to lack of food. The next word is famine, which means extreme shortage or scarcity of food. Trembling here means shivering and shaking due to extreme cold. Set off means to start a journey. Miserly is someone who is stingy with his money or someone who is unwilling to share his things with others. Grant here means to agree, to give. So till now, children, we understood that the cricket had not eaten anything and was starving of hunger. It gathered some courage and it set off to seek the help of a miserly ant for food and shelter from the rain. There was famine and chilling cold, and it was raining too, due to which the cricket was wet and was shivering a lot while travelling. It requested the ant to lend it some food and shelter, and promised to repay by the next day, or else it will die because of hunger, chilling cold, and sorrow. Let's understand the third stanza, children. Says the ant to the cricket, I am your servant and friend, but we ants never borrow, we ants never lend. But tell me, dear cricket, did you lay nothing by when the weather was warm? Quoth the cricket, not I. My heart was so light that I sang day and night, for all nature looked gay. Look at the difficult words first, children. Lay nothing by means save nothing. Borrow means to take something from someone with the intention of giving it back after a period of time. And the next word is lend, which is the opposite of borrow. It means to give something to someone on the understanding that it will be returned to you. Then there is this word quoth, Q-U-O-T-H, quoth means said, S-A-I-D. The poet says that on hearing the cricket's request, the ant answered that it considered itself cricket's servant and friend. However, ants followed one principle. And what was that principle? It was that ants never borrow anything from others, nor do they lend anything to others. Saying this, the ant asked the cricket why it had not saved anything when the weather was still warm during summer and spring, that is when it was the appropriate time. On this, the cricket replied that its heart was so light and it was so happy at that time that it did not care about the future. He further said that it kept singing day and night as all nature looked gay, that is, everything looked so happy and joyful. He thought that the beauty of spring and summer as well as the abundance of food and shelter will always remain there. He never cared about the future. Let us understand the concluding lines of the poem, children. You sang, sir, you say? Go then, says the ant, and dance the winter away. Thus ending, he hastily lifted the wicket, and out of the door turned the poor little cricket. Folks call this a fable, I will warrant it true. Some crickets have 4 legs, and some have 2. Hastily means quickly. Wicket here means a small door or a small opening. Warrant it true means guarantee that something is true. So the poet says that listening to the cricket, the ant told it that as it was singing and enjoying during the spring and summer months and had not bothered to store food for winters, it should do the same. That is, dance away the winter too. Saying this, the ant hastily lifted the wicket and pushed the cricket out of the door. In the last two lines, the poet says that folks, that is, people, call the story of ant and cricket a fable, that is, an untrue story or a fiction. But he thinks that the story is quite true because there are some crickets with 4 legs and some with 2 legs. The crickets with 4 legs are insects, whereas those with 2 legs are actually human beings. There are some humans as hardworking as ants, whereas some humans as lazy as the cricket. The theme of the poem is that hard work always pays and carelessness always leads to suffering. The ant made the best use of its time. It collected food and made shelter for itself. Hence, it was able to survive during the chilling winters. On the other hand, the cricket kept singing during the summer. It thought that the comfort of the summer season will remain forever. But the time changed and winter appeared, and the cricket had nothing to eat and had no shelter. Thus, every person should be like ant and not like cricket, because those who work hard remain happy in difficult times, while those who don't have to suffer. Hope you understood the poem, children, and enjoyed it too. Thank you.